right-hander, 23 years old. He's a rookie. And if the Mets want to climb back into this series, they need their number 34 to step up here tonight. Who's he going to take on? It's the first change in the lineup for Ned Yost this postseason. That's because there is no DH. Escobar, Zobrist, Kane, the top three. In the middle, it's Hosmer, Moustakas, and Salvador Perez. And on the back end, it's Alex Gordon, Alex Rios, and Yordano Ventura. Here comes Escobar. Syndergaard set to go. 1-1, 2.77 ERA this postseason.
Well, we know he's swinging at first pitch. The question, Tom, will it be 100 or 101 that he's going to be swinging at?
I wouldn't be surprised to see this fastball in on Escobar. Announce yourself right away if you're Noah Syndergaard.
Mets fans love it. I don't think Moustakas did.
Now that's announcing yourself. Game on.
Now that's dirty. Then you come back with a hook. It's game on. No doubt about it.
Ball and 2 strikes on Escobar. For coverage of this game in Spanish, please tune to Fox Deportes.
One at bat, but already a huge at bat because the statement Syndergaard is making. Not just the first pitch, but especially the last pitch. They get a fastball past Escobar.
Now Zobrist. When we talked to Terry Collins before this series started, he's the manager of the Mets. He said Syndergaard had the most left in the tank of these young right-handers, and it's showing here tonight. 98. A ball and a strike on Zobrist.
Yeah, I don't care if the first pitch is 80 miles an hour, knocked him off the plate. You had to do it. He's just been too hot. You got to knock him off the plate. People are giving. This guy looks like Thor. It's as fitting as it gets.
Miles an hour at the knees, holding its plane. 11 days of rest, cool weather, and one strong dude on the mound.
That's foul. Home plate umpire is Mike Winters. First base umpire Jim Wolf. Alfonso Marquez at second. Gary Cederstrom is the crew chief at third. Mark Carlson in right. Mike Everett in left. Bill Welke has moved to the home office for replays. 3-2. Here's Cespedes back on the move. Won't get it. Short hops the wall, and it's a one-out double for Ben Zobrist.
So impressive as Zobrist. After after the 100 miles an hour held his plane, Tom, you're talking about that on the knees for a ball. He turns on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball and then follows it back up with this double over the head in center field. That's a nice at-bat. Still being able to stay up the middle and turn on a ball inside. That's 99. It's great AB.
He's got the best swing against Syndergaard. Watch how flat the plane of this swing is. Top hand hitter brings the barrel into the zone early and keeps it in the zone.
Okay.
Here's Lorenzo Cain. Cain has reached in 17 straight postseason games.
Cain was shaking his head. He has no chance with that 98 above the hands. He has to make the ball down.
Zobrist a big lead at second, half a swing. This is right. No play. First and third, one out. As it goes past Syndergaard.
Away, swing it.
Well, that's the things they do. They put the ball in play. Even though it's a check swing, you still make contact. And he's off and running on the play. I like the fact Syndergaard tried to barehand it. It would be nice if he could glove it, but he's just going that direction. And after it gets by him, there is no play.
Now with Syndergaard, you have to think about the stolen base. Usually always with a high leg kick. Stolen bases 15 out of 16 this year.
The batter is Hosmer. Could put the Royals on top here in game 3.
You're all right.
Well, particularly first and third situation. The other night we watched where there was a ground ball hit to the shortstop. They weren't going to cover. They're basically giving you the bag. So I think Kansas City has learned that in this situation, that they're going to run and be aggressive.
Kansas City's scouting report was that they could run on Travis d'Arnaud. The Mets catchers have not thrown out a base stealer since September.
And that right there is a look for the bluff on Cain. You're looking to see what the middle infielders do. They didn't even budge. So now you know as a base runner, they're giving me that base.
Right side, Judah to second, out, back to first, safe, and the Royals take the lead. The Mets had a chance to turn it. Syndergaard and Duda came together at first base, and in to score is Zobrist. First lead. It belongs to Kansas City.
Well, you got an aggressive pitcher getting over there. Duda, a lot more athletic than you think. He gets up, makes the throw, and watch how quick he turns to go back to first base. This is just one of those tweener plays. You know, they're both trying to get there at the same time. And I do think if this ball's on time, somebody gets back to the base, they're going to be able to roll this over. They just didn't communicate.
Now Moustakas, who was yelling out at Syndergaard on that pitch up and into Escobar. Strike one. Four out of 9 in this World Series is Moustakas. There are the numbers for the entire postseason, 216. Here are the Royals right back on top to start the night. Ball one.
And think about how they did it. Check swing from Cain. Next thing in first and third. A chopper from Hosmer, and they couldn't turn double play. They pick up a run.
I'm with you. I think that double play could have been turned and probably should have been turned. Looked like Midtown at 5 o'clock. Too much traffic there at first base.
Strike two. got a piece. When you think of what could have happened in this inning, Syndergaard didn't get a call on a 2-2 pitch to Zobrist, and Ben Zobrist doubles into center. And then this ball hit to Duda. It could have been 2.
You see the throw is offline. I don't know whether Flores was confused about who had the coverage where to throw that ball. The out was lost. The run conceded.
There goes a runner, and this is knocked down by Syndergaard to end the inning with the Royals on top. A double by Zobrist. And he scores on a ball hit by Hosmer. Now it's Ventura to the hill. 1-0 Kansas City, Game 3. 2015 World Series in the lineup. For the Mets, their top 3, Granderson, David Wright, Daniel Murphy. In the middle, 4, 5, and 6, Cespedes, Duda, Darno. And on the back end, it's Conforto, the rookie, Wilmer Flores, the shortstop, and Syndergaard, who hit a home run this year. Against the young 24-year-old right-hander, older of the 2 starting pitchers here tonight, Yordano Ventura.
Baseball's in such great shape. These ages you keep throwing out there, seeing guys perform. The next 10 years are going to be really special in the big leagues. You start looking at all the young talent across the board, including this guy right here.
Already his 9th postseason start. He's not 25. He's 1-1 overall. And he fires in his strength to Curtis Granderson. That's strike 2.
And as in Kansas City, his last start, he surprised everybody coming out, throwing out of the stretch. It worked. He's back doing it again tonight.
This is more of his modified windup, very similar to David Price. He does have one step in before he gets going. It's interesting, he came out in that stretch after warming up, as you said, Harold, and the bullpen before the last start wasn't comfortable out of the windup. Now he's gone back to that modified windup, a little higher velocity.
Right side, diving stop, safe, and a wild throw. It trickles away, and Granderson will hold it first to start the night for the Mets. Base hit.
That's the disadvantage defensively when Curtis Granderson hits the ball. If you're on the dirt area, you get to this, he's going to be out. From that depth, you're not going to get him, and it forces you to have to come up and make a really strong throw. Great play by Ben Zobrist, but you're not going to get Granderson on that. They're lucky Hosmer is able to knock it down.
I'm with you. That's too deep. That's fine for Lucas Duda, but not someone who can run like Granderson. The
question right now for me, for the Mets, is what is New York going to get out of this guy, their captain, David Wright? He's had the bad back. He's got spinal stenosis. Played less than 40 games in the regular season. It's a cold night. Here's his ground ball foul outside third, and he's in a key spot in this number 2 position in the lineup, behind Granderson, in front of Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, it's a critical spot because he's not a guy that's going to move a runner with a bunt or hit and run or anything like that. Not at this stage in his career. He did get a couple base hits on some fastballs in Kansas City. It looked like some life was starting to come back to his swing, but it's a lot to ask, having missed as much ball as he's missed this year.
shatters his bat. Escobar has the first out.
Just a beautiful swing from David Wright. Again, another fastball. This one he got it in the air, and I mean he crushed it into the cold night. But this is as good a bat speed, Tom, as we've seen from him for a while. Since the first swing in Philadelphia when he came back healthy.
Well, that's a great adjustment. He knows the Royals have been pounding him with velocity, and he gets out in front of this one. Typically, healthy David Wright lets the ball travel a little bit. Get it started early, get it out front. Boy, that went a long way.
Now Cespedes, 1 out, 2 runs home, 2-1 Mets.
It's been a long time for David Wright. Been through a lot of suffering in this organization, hanging on. That's a great moment for him. It just really is.
David Wright was there as a 23-year-old in 2006 when the Mets were 1 win away from going to the World Series. And some downtime since then, but it has all come together now. By working his way back into game-playing shape, Wright gets to be a part of it. He just gave these fans here at Citi Field a jolt on a cold October night.
And Joe, when you talk about game-playing shape, his regiment just to get on the field. He got there 11:30 the other day, working for 2 hours just before BP to get his body in condition to work and handle batting practice.
That's strike 3. Good breaking ball from Ventura. 2 out.
The first baseman, number 21.
Gorgeous pitch. Right there on the corner and just dropped down on a beautiful pitch.
That's his go-to pitch. 2 strikes. You'll see that curveball on the same side of the plate. To lefties down and in, to righties down and away.
Duda takes a strike. Are undefeated so far in this postseason. When they score a run or more in the first inning, 5-0. They fail to score, they've gone 2-4. They lead here 2-1. Strike 2.
You know, Lucas Duda, first game, forced an adjustment by forcing him to put Escobar over on the left side of the on the right side of the infield, the second base spot, because balls got by Moustakas. So that was one change. I wonder if they'll make the change on Granderson that Tom talked about earlier.
This one gets through Hosmer, and he is able to recover. What a play! That was Zobrist back there to clean up.
I love the communication there. He knew where Zobrist was at. Watch him kick the ball, look around, and run straight to the bag.
Good play to end the first inning that featured David Wright going deep. Has come front and center. The National League champions. It's hosting its first World Series game, and we have already had excitement. 2-1 Mets lead. Shattered bat, strike 1 on Sal Perez to start the second. And tonight it was Mike Piazza, 6-time All-Star with the Mets, who threw out the first pitch.
Mike's got a good shot getting into Cooperstown this year. The numbers keep growing every season.
Talking about the voting, not his hit totals or his home run totals.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be hard to do.
Yeah.
Although a lot of players have tried to add them totals.
0-2 on Salvador Perez. Nicknamed Thor, but he's also a big Game of Thrones fan. He's into season 5, but hasn't watched the end of it. And he has a ball inside on a check swing by Salvador Perez. And wow, looked like he went a long way on that.
Sure did.
I agree. Generally, rule of thumb is when that bat crosses the line of the foul line, they'll ring you up. They got away with one.
Did you see that last replay, how fast it is, though? Tough for that ump to pick that up.
Here's a little flat ball down the left field line. It's fair. And from that check swing to a terrific play by David Wright to hold Perez to a leadoff single. Well, that's a break for Kansas City on that check swing, and Salvador Perez took advantage.
Yeah, and I love what you said about the play by David Wright, though. He put his head down, wants to slide, pick, and throw. Beautiful. Because you're talking about a leadoff double that sets up the rest of the inning as opposed to a runner on first base. That's a great play. And Thor's like, I can't throw it any harder than that.
Busted up 2 bats, still gave up a base hit.
Now Alex Gordon. Remember, as we make our way through the bottom of this lineup for the Royals, that's been so impressive and so good, 1 through 9. Now we're in the National League City, and in that 9 spot, it's no longer Alex Rios. There's no DH. In the 9 spot, it's the pitcher Ventura. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Joe, that's what struck me with the first pitch to Escobar. Because Syndergaard's got a hit. That's the difference with the American League pitcher and the National League pitcher. There's no fear in this young man. I'll throw at you. You may throw at me. That's okay.
It's not just hard stuff, Tom. He can pitch.
That's the hook. Curveball and the changeup, especially the left-handed hitters. The changeup he will throw, also the right-handers. Mostly it's the breaking ball, but tremendous break on that curveball.
That is a base hit into right. And it's 2 on with nobody out for Kansas City here in the 2nd. And it's more of the same. 2 strikes, but can't put Kansas City hitters away.
Unbelievable. 11 2-strike hits in this series now for Kansas City. 2 in this game.
Look, we're watching some old school hitting. You hit off the fastball and you adjust everything else. He throws too hard, all their staff. So you have to hit off the fastball and then you adjust the off-speed pitch. The fastball is designed to stay in the zone. That's the pitch you look to hit off and you adjust to the rest.
Now it's runners at first and second, nobody out for Rios. Alex has had a good postseason. His first chance to make a dent in playoff baseball. He's hitting .308. 1 for 6 in this series with a pitcher on deck. That's into left field, a base hit off the bat of Rios. Perez will dig around third, come to the plate at third, safe, and at second and third with nobody out. And immediately David Wright says, challenge that play. It's a tie game right now, 2-2, and at the moment, second and third, nobody out on 3 straight hits.
Ball's right in front of Alex Gordon. He's going hard the whole way. You see here, the ball hitting the left field. He's coming all the way. Ball's in front of him. Short out, and here comes the tag.
And again, a function of scouting. If Cespedes is in left field, I don't believe Gordon is going to take this chance. And it looks like the Mets will win the challenge.
We got him on the helmet. Got him right there before the hands comes on the back.
So Cespedes, Gold Glove caliber outfielder, one of the best arms. He's in center field. Conforto, not nearly the kind of an arm.
Good eyes, Joe.
Looks like the Mets will win this challenge, and with that, in what is now a tie game, it'll be a runner at second, 1 out, if that is the call with a pitcher coming up.
They're both sitting there looking at this. You don't see it very often. With this situation, though, the golden rule is, hey, don't make the first or third out at third base, right? But in this situation, you got a trail runner. Now you're going to have a runner at second base. So if he makes it, you're second and third. If you're out, you still got a runner at second base. So I love the challenge by Gordon in that situation.
That's what they do. I mean, we've seen it all October. They will take the extra base, and Gordon seems to always be right in the middle of that.
Don't forget, too, you've got the pitcher, Yordano Ventura, coming to the plate. And no offense, but he's the out call there. He's an automatic out. Only 10 plate appearances in his career. He struck out 8 times.
Lightning quick hands by David Wright.
I was going to say he's made 2 good plays in this inning defensively after homering in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and they're not going to show up in the box score real big. It's great plays, but man, to take that throw and get the slap tag down, great hands, David.
All right, the challenge from Verducci for Yordano Ventura. 0 for 6 when he was swinging it during the regular season during interleague play. Runner at second, 1 out now. Tie game 2-2. Strike 1.
I asked him about facing Syndergaard as well, and he said, my hands aren't going to like this. He doesn't even really practice hitting. They do practice bunting here in the last month, but not many reps in the cage at all for Yordano Ventura.
The bunt over to third is the runner Rios, and just out at first. Good hustle by Ventura. Took a good play to get him 2 out.
Wow, he got down the line.
Yes, he did. That's a great bunt. Now, this is out of a sacrifice. Can't imagine if he was trying to get a base hit, squares around, drops it in the dirt, in front of the plate. Ball deadens. Most pitchers don't give you that effort. The young man got down the line.
He can run. That's a sacrifice. 1-3 with Syndergaard getting it to Duda. Now the ball gets away. In comes Rios, and the Royals regain the lead.
The little things. With Ventura moving the runner up. And Rios following on the throw to third when Gordon went to third. A lot of guys stopped at first base. All those little things add up to a run for the Royals.
Just didn't get all the way down. You have to anticipate the ball being in the dirt on the curveball.
Here's one into center field off the bat of Escobar. That is the 4th hit of the inning. After the passed ball let the run score, a base hit follows nonetheless. They are incredible.
I'm going back to the first pitch. Did he wake up a sleeping dog? I know they're up 2-0, but from the first pitch of the game, all of a sudden you saw Moustakas and the rest of the team say, okay, game on. Even Escobar sitting at the plate. I like the fact he knocked him down, but I'm posing the question. You think he woke him up?
Well, if he's a sleeping dog, then these guys hit well in their sleep, because that's all they've done is hit.
Well, especially against the fastball. We saw Harvey and DeGrom kind of pitch away from their fastball in deference to their ability to hit fastballs. Tonight, all 4 hits in this inning on fastballs. The Zobrist double in the first inning on a fastball.
2 runs on 4 hits in the inning, and the frame continues for Zobrist. And this is a spot to run for Escobar.
Yeah, and they like this spot because Zobrist can lead off the inning if he throws him out, and if he's safe, you go early. Now you got a guy at the plate who can drive you in with the base hit.
So Syndergaard shake off the fastball right there.
There he goes. Throw down by Darno. Not close. Stolen base, Escobar. The Mets have not had a catcher throw out an opposing base stealer since September 30th. And this wasn't close.
He's not going to slide step. And some of the throwing issues of Darno. Add on top of that changeup. Just no shot. Everything adds up to an easy bag for Escobar.
First steal of the postseason for Escobar. Now a hit means a 2-run lead. It's 3-2 Kansas City. Here's a 1-0. They have made Syndergaard work. Already 36 pitches.
Yeah, and it's almost a catch-22 for Syndergaard. You don't want him to give up his stuff, meaning if he can't get 100 miles an hour on his fastball by slide stepping, don't do it then. You got to get the hitter out when he gets the second if you do.
Full Zobrist, strike 2.
Not surprised. Zobrist on the Syndergaard fastball. It's a good matchup because of the plane of his swing. Breaking ball, and you just said there, the changeup in action already in the Mets bullpen.
Should end the inning. Into center for Cespedes. But the Royals are back on top with 2 runs on 4 hits in the second. Back to the hill, Ventura. Royals doing their thing. Big part of it again is the bottom of the order. 3-2 Kansas City for Ventura. Darno takes a strike. The numbers for Darno. He's 1 for 9 in this World Series. 8 hits this postseason. 3 of them have left the park. Strike 2.
You know, Joe, there's not many teams in baseball that can play either league style. You want to play in a National League game without our DH? No problem. You want to have the DH added? Here we come. The Royals are that unique and able to do that. I thought it was a disadvantage for the Mets in an American League game because they're not built to play an American League style of game.
Darno set up at 0-2. Ball 1.
It's a big key against Ventura. He wants those chase swings on 2-strike curveballs to stay off of those pitches. He'll stick with that pitch.
But you got to have the confidence in the catcher that's going to block that ball in case you get a swing. And that's one of the things Salvi does so well.
Here it comes again.
Wind is whipping around this ballpark. Citi Field here in Queens. 14-mile-an-hour winds. And up top, you can see it's really blowing. Chilly night. Darno. Ball 2. Temperature's 52 degrees at the moment. Feels colder than that. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, full count.
That's a pitch that Ventura wanted. I think it ran back over the plate.
Into left center field. Kane is there. 1 away. In the top of this second inning, we saw
right there. No. Well, with nobody out, but I thought you were going to be safe. I just didn't know if you slowed up coming around second.
I kind of like double take.
Hey, we've been aggressive all year.
truer words words never spoken. Mike Jerschley, the third base coach, and here is Alex Gordon headed for third. Called safe, then that call overturned on replay. Here's Conforto, strike one.
It did look like he slowed down a little bit, and that's what happens sometimes when you stop to pick up the ball. You do have a tendency to slow down a tad bit, but still can't overlook the throw by Conforto. What a throw by Michael, and what a tag by Wright.
Conforto has an RBI in this series, but he is hitless since Game 2 of the division series when he went deep against Zach Greinke of the Dodgers. The rookie. That's to the left side for Moustakas. 2 out. And the batter will be Wilmer Flores. Ventura trying to put up the first scoreless half inning in this game. Flores has had some good swings in this series, but 0 for 7.
He has, and they continue to bust him in. I think they're flirting inside a little bit too much on him. I'm waiting for him to really jump on one. Saw a lot of balls inside, and as the series progresses, you start to look for a certain pitch.
Into right, and that will carry to Rios. And that will send Game 3 into inning number 3. A look at Times Square. Seen with Andrew, Roberto Clemente's wife Vera, along with her 3 sons, Luis, Roberto Jr., and Enrique, along with MLB Chief Baseball Officer Joe Torre and Steve Hayner of Chevrolet. Here's Lorenzo Cain as we go into the 3rd inning, 3-2. Royals on top here in Game 3. Kansas City leads 2-0. And it counts 2-0.
And everybody's got a plan until you get socked in the face. Syndergaard came out trying to establish fastball. First 2 pitches here to Cain off the plate with sliders. Mixing in much more of his secondary pitches now.
Terry Collins had his bullpen busy in the top of the 2nd. He had Nice up. Short leash. Down 2-0. The 23-year-old. Strike 2.
Yeah, I still think Syndergaard's got a good fastball. They're getting base hits, not home runs, not driving the ball, and they've been broken bats, different things that have not worked out for him. I still think he's got to stay aggressive with that.
How about that stat? 6 hits through the first 2 innings, most by a visiting team in a World Series game since 1961. The Yankees and the Reds. The Yankees beat the Reds in 5 games. Cain now waits for a 2-2. Full count.
Well, this will tell me a lot, Joe. Challenge pitch here or back to the breaking ball.
Got under it. Straight up on the infield for Flores, and he's fighting the lane. You have to be wearing a major league uniform to catch that ball. Let's go down to Aaron Andrews. Aaron.
And Joe, when we saw Noah Syndergaard throw inside to Alcides Escobar kind of knock him down, we had that shot of Mike Moustakas just absolutely barking at the mound. He hasn't been the only one. Salvador Perez, really this entire team just yelling, screaming. Harold, I know you said that may have woken them up. I know that they were awake at the start of this game, but this is the loudest I have heard this dugout throughout this series. The coaches walked by and said, yeah, we're a little fired up.
Aaron, thanks. Hosmer hammering at that first high delivery, strike 1.
Yeah, you know, you look for any edge, and anytime you start a game with a guy getting knocked down, it's kind of gets the blood flowing quick.
Drives Hosmer off the plate, ball one.
I like how he's using his fastball. I didn't like the 2-2 slider. If you miss 2-2 with a breaking ball, what's he going to throw your 3-2? He's come with the fastball. He's lucky Kane missed that.
Two and one.
Change up right there at 91 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Told us he loves throwing that pitch.
Yeah,
he loves to get swings and misses. Just likes the way the ball feels coming out of the hand.
The 2-1.
See, I just think it's a huge advantage for the pitcher right now. He's shown him a changeup. He's thrown him a slider. He's got a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. I'd like to see him use his fastball, elevated up and away, and you're going to blow him away.
Good swing by Hosmer on the 50th pitch of the night by Noah Syndergaard.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, he covers the ball away so well. I still think you have to bust him in, Eric Hosmer. So Darno is set up in. Watch the glove. See the glove turn over? Missed the target.
To the right side for Duda. 2 out.
Just he's so good. Just slowly keep your game plan. Keep him in the ballpark. That's all.
The base is empty. Here is Moustakas. He bounced one back to Syndergaard to end the top of the first. Now 4 for 10 in this World Series, so he's gotten hot. Started the postseason cold, but he's picked it up. He's got 3 straight games of 2 or more hits, 1 or more RBIs. Takes a ball. Kansas City winners of 2 straight AL pennants, trying to win their first championship in 30 years. Syndergaard has his first scoreless inning. Sent game 3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Syndergaard leads it off. Mets down 1. These jackets and more. Get all your Mets and Royals World Series gear and celebrate with your favorite team at the MLB.com shop.
So I can get my Thor gear and shop like that guy?
I don't know that that's MLB sanctioned.
Is that an official one? I don't know.
Syndergaard first up, then Granderson, then David Wright. 3-2 Kansas City on top. 0-2 in a blink. Nine hits during the season for Syndergaard, and he is on to start the inning. Rios came up and wanted to fire to first, but Syndergaard has a leadoff hit.
Hung him a breaking ball. And they've got a really good hitting, pitching staff. Him, Steven Matz, Harvey swings the bat a little bit as well. And Jacob deGrom can really hit. He gets a breaking ball, and I mean, stays on.
That's a mistake by Ventura. I mean, that's just a lollipop breaking ball, get me over breaking ball. With 2 strikes, that ball has to be bounced.
First hit by a Mets pitcher this postseason, and see if that turns into something for New York. Visit. See what the Mets pitchers did swinging the bats this year. They led in both hits and RBIs, so they know what to do. And just adds another piece to the puzzle to back up the good pitching.
You know, we saw one ball from Ventura, 98, and he has not really reached mid-95 and up very often in this game. Not the same velocity.
That is hooked into the corner. At the wall, it's good. Mets back on top.
The challenge, it wasn't there. The velocity's not there. That's going to blow Granderson away. The way he took the pitch before, and he jumped it.
Now David Wright. David hit the first of two two-run homers tonight. Granderson seconds ago to make it 4-3 New York. Moustakas long throw. One out. Back to the homer.
Well, this ball gets out in a hurry. Tries to get in on him. Real simple swing. Plays 330 in the corner. That's a line bullet.
Chris Rock and Seinfeld. Granderson puts a charge into this crowd. Now Murphy, who's been doing it all postseason, is now 2 for 10 in this World Series.
You know, Joe, I've never been a fan of this inadvertent windup guys are going to in the big leagues. As a hitter, I'm saying thank you for the timing. We've watched out the disruption of what Cueto does and other guys out of a windup. But when you go here, step, set, throw, you basically give the hitter every rhythm timing you want as a hitter. And if you're not going to bring your mid-velocity, you're doing me a favor.
Another broken bat on this cold night. 2 out.
The biggest problem for Ventura, there's a piece of kindling right there, is the ball up in the zone. Most of the home runs he's allowed this year, like a lot of pitchers, leaving the ball up. The curveball left up to Syndergaard, and the fastball left up to Granderson. Watch the location of the pitch. And that's middle, sweet spot.
Granderson 1 for 8 in the first 2 games. They need to get him going at the top of this order. Such a big part of why they got to this World Series. 2 for 2 today. Cespedes ball 1. Backing up Moustakas. Good play. Long throw. Nice work by the Kansas City third baseman. But in the inning, Syndergaard got on with a base hit to start it. And then Granderson parks one down the right field line. 2 two-run homers tonight for the Mets, who lead by 1.
Yeah, I was blown away the other day when you were talking about October 27th. They both won their titles on that date.
It's been a while for these two franchises. The Royals came so close a year ago. Perez, first pitch swinging. David Wright. 1 away. Salvador Perez now 1 for 2. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Fitbit. Find your fit. By Walmart. Walmart proudly supports our veterans. Visit greenlightevent.com to learn more. And by DirecTV and AT&T. They're now one, bringing television and wireless together.
Watching the reaction of these infielders, this looks like fast dirt because they all look like they're getting fooled. How it jumps on top of it. Play by Moustakas on the backhand. That ball took off right there. David Wright. They just don't look like they're flowing through it. It looks like the ball's eating them up a little bit.
Here's Gordon. The number 7 hitter now in this National League style lineup with a pitcher batting 9th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Working in the 4th inning is Noah Syndergaard, 38th overall pick by Toronto in 2010. That's a strike, 2-2.
That ball looked down to Alex Gordon. That changes your at bat. You go from 3-1 to 2-2.
Got him looking, 2 out.
This ball had so much run on it. Gordon gives up on it and comes back over the plate. This is at 99. Even Darno had a tough time squeezing it.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by DirecTV. Now part of the AT&T family. Call 1-800-DIRECTV. This is the first World Series game in the 111-year history of the World Series. But there have been 3 lead changes in the first 3 innings. Noah Syndergaard now is retired 6 straight. Here's Rios. What a postseason he's had. RBI single his first time up tonight and a run scored. That's a strike.
Yeah, he is really pitching now. Mixing in more of the 2-seamers, the breaking ball there, change-ups to both right and left-handers. Establishing a nice groove here with Darno.
And we watched the other night Matt Harvey make the adjustment about midway through as well. He's done a nice job. I love the nickname.
Pretty good swing by Rios. I know we've said it a couple of times, but think about the construction of this team by Dayton Moore. Rios is added. Kendrys Morales is added. They've drafted well. The guys like Gordon and Moustakas, Hosmer, pieces that have been changed from a year ago. Rios a part of that list. Here comes a 1-2 to Alex. Flores. 7 straight retired by Syndergaard. Bottom of the 4th in game 3. 4-3 Mets. Tomorrow we've got a full day of action, including one of the most talked about teams in the country as USC takes on Cal. Plus 14th ranked Oklahoma looks to make a statement against KU. It all begins tomorrow at 3 Eastern on your local Fox affiliate and 3:30 Eastern on FS1. First up is Duda. Ball 1 inside, 4-3 Mets. Bottom of the 4th.
Speaking of USC, Lucas Duda to USC. His high school coach, Gary Rungo, is retiring after 30-plus years at Arlington High School in Riverside, California. And he was mentioning that to me, so Coach, congrats for the long run.
There's a strike as Ventura finally finds the inside corner. 2-1. Left side base hit. Third inning of the first 4 that the Mets have put their leadoff man on. We had a chance to visit with Ned Yost, the manager of the Royals. And the first question was about this pitch to Escobar that started the night, that it got their dugout's attention.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to throw a strike, but I didn't expect him to throw it that close to his head either.
Yeah, well, let's talk about what we've seen so far. It looks like Syndergaard settled in a little bit. And what are you seeing out of Yordano Ventura?
He's throwing the ball good. He's not getting, racks for base hit runs. He's made 2 mistakes, a backup cutter to Granderson and a high fastball to David Wright. To do the 4 runs worth of damage on him, but he's throwing the ball okay.
This is a great atmosphere here as it was in Kansas City. I'm taken by your team. There is no panic, and that's what we've seen all postseason. And tell us why. Why is your team so confident?
Well, I think the postseason experience last year taught them a lot, gave them a great deal of confidence, and they just have a great belief in each other and themselves that no matter what the situation is, that they're going to battle to the end and overcome it.
And they have a manager who just lets them play.
Just lets them play. That's the fun part of it.
All right, Ned, thanks.
All right, guys.
Well, while we hear from Ned Yost, it's been a single the opposite way off the bat of Duda while they play Lucas to Paul. And then Travis d'Arnaud did with a rocket down into the left field corner, and the Mets leading by 1 have second and third and nobody out.
Yeah, the thing that's concerning watching Ventura is he's trying to pitch instead of letting the ball go. This is a guy that lives in the mid to high 90s, and we're watching him 92, 91 pop up on the radar gun because he's trying to get movement. I would just say reach back, go get him, what you've done all year for us.
Well, he's got command issues tonight. There's no question. That ball's out of the zone, but it's up, easy to get to. Pitch to d'Arnaud, another ball up. Got hurt last inning with a couple of balls up. I got to be honest with you. These are warning signs. I'm not sure how long I'd stay with him with the ball up this much.
Action in the bullpen for the Royals. Conforto, that ball gets away, but it's blocked enough by Salvador Perez. The runners stay put as a left-hander. Danny Duffy gets loose for the Royals in their pen.
Well, and unlike the situation the Mets are in right now, the Royals are up 2 games to none. So they're not going to blow their bullpen out too early. They've got a plan of how far they want to see Ventura go. Yes, you want to win this game, you want to manage it, but you're also playing the series out as well. I think that plays a little bit into the thinking right now.
Conforto's looking for his first hit in a long time. 0 for his last 20. Pretty good swing there, but a foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Royals kind of hedging their bets with the depth of the infield. Sacrificing some range, not all the way in, but in enough if the ball is hit sharply. Slow runner on third base to hold Duda. But it does compromise range.
To the right side, Duda comes to the plate. He scores the run and safe. It's 5-3.
Well, because of the defensive alignment, it caught them in a position where they didn't know what to do. And Tom, you pointed out they're halfway. So what do? Who goes and gets this ball? Hosmer goes to get it, but that probably ends up being the second baseman's ball. But because of the depth that they started at, he might think that ball's going to sneak through.
You saw Ventura, he's got a break towards first base, but really, as a first baseman, you have to check every pitch where your second baseman is. Hosmer a little too aggressive, ranging towards second base.
Now it's Flores. Ball 1 inside. It's an RBI single in the infield for Conforto to break that 1 for 20. Or their 0 for 20 spell. Now 1 for 21. First and third, nobody out. 2-0.
You're the Mets, you got to think, put him away. This is your time to strike.
I would be careful with these fastballs they're throwing Flores inside. That's his nitro space.
Little pop-up on the infield. That's a big out. With a pitcher coming up, 1 down. And here comes Ned Yost.
Hook, look like.
This is a very interesting hook with the pitcher coming up.
He wants it to end right here. Danny Duffy, the hard-throwing left-hander, is going to take over with the left-handed hitting Syndergaard, then the lefty Curtis Granderson to follow. And we have had some action in this game 3. 3 different lead changes. Mets trying to add to what is now a 2.
I thought it's an interesting hook. This is a safety squeeze situation. And to me, Ventura is a better defender coming off the mound than Duffy.
Squeeze is in order if the Mets want to go that way. First and third, 1 out. Syndergaard does have a hit. Shows the bunt early. 0-1.
2 things for me. It's easier to bunt left-hander on a right-hander than lefty on left. And then you let Duffy have a chance to get used to that mound with Granderson coming up next as well. So maybe that might have played into their thinking. I like the move here myself to go to the lefty early.
Goes back to a swing, trying to hold up. That's strike 1.
Yeah, I put the bunt back on. If you execute this play, it's almost impossible to defend. Darno can follow Moustakas down the line, read the play. If it's bunted right back to the mound, he can go back to third. See how far Moustakas comes in to play the bunt. Darno doesn't have to worry about anybody behind him.
Strike 2.
And I get your point, but I think it's an easy play to defend if you do it right. You're looking, the whole point of being on defense is get the out and not give up a run. Because you got the left-handed hitter on the on-deck circle you want to get out anyway. So get the out. If they want to give you the out, you take it.
You want to keep a run off the board right here. He gets a bunt down the right spot. Darno will score.
Back to the swing with 2 strikes, and he struck him out. A good start to the night for Danny Duffy. 2 out. And here comes Curtis Granderson, who is 2 for 2. Homered his last time up. StatCast powered by Amazon Web Services.
Well, here's the fastball that ran. You heard talk about a little two-seamer running back over 107-mile-an-hour exit, but 346 now. It's 330 down the line. That ball was on a trajectory that was a missile that got over the wall real quick. The second home run of the series for Mr. Granderson.
Ball 1 upstairs.
This is why you make the move for Kansas City. Believe it or not, this is the guy they want, the matchup for Duffy.
We've said it time and time again with Curtis Granderson. He will make a pitcher get the ball over the plate. Duffy at times trouble with that fastball command.
pitch right there. You're sitting 2-0 and you know what you want and you still get fooled. Great movement by Duffy. Watch this ball run away. Not the spot he wanted it.
2 balls and a strike. First and third, 2 out. 2-run Mets lead. Popped up. The wind will drive that way out of play. The wind is really picked up.
Yeah, after seeing that fly ball, the pop fly to Flores caught, I don't know if anybody wants a pop up right now.
That doesn't do it justice. Up top, I mean, it is blowing. Now a 2-2 pitch. In the air to center for Kane. And Duffy does a nice job out of the pen. But the Mets get a run. They leave a couple on. And lead it.
Years old, never played above Double-A. The Royals wanted him because they wanted a second infielder for the National League City. And he is really, really fast.
He is their star position player prospect in the organization. Switch hitter. Been switch hitting since he was 7. And so his first big league at bat comes in the World Series. His dad, a former Rookie of the Year with the Dodgers, had a long distinguished career and never played in a World Series. And here's his 20-year-old son with a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
And you see the bat speed real quick. Hey, this kid is going to be a star. That's an understatement saying that he's in the big leagues at age 20, but watching him play shortstop and the things he can do is pretty special.
1-2.
Can you imagine, just a week or two ago, he's playing in the instructional league in Arizona. Tonight, World Series Game 3.
The 23-year-old will pitch to the 20-year-old here in Game 3, leading off the 5th. 5-3 Mets. 1 out.
The old guy won.
Not too often you're going to get your first major league at bat and the guy's throwing 100 miles an hour at you.
Good pitch from Syndergaard, and that is a young player that the Kansas City Royals, where their organization is in such great shape, and Mondesi is somebody the Royals fans can look forward to cheering for a long time. Escobar takes a strike.
That's worth repeating how high they are on Mondesi. Before they made the trade for Zobrist, there was talk within the organization of committing to Mondesi at second base.
I think at this point they made the right choice.
Zobrist has a double and a run scored tonight. He came in .315 hitter this postseason, and he's been lethal from the 7th inning on with a bat. Strike 2.
One of the reasons that the Royals got excited about Mondesi was watching the success of Francisco Lindor and also Carlos Correa in Houston. Those 2 young players came up and really dominated the big leagues in their short period of time. It gave them confidence to believe their young guy was ready too.
Escobar strikes out, 2 down.
Swings and misses. The Mets are finding their equilibrium with these young guns. Syndergaard with the secondary pitches getting Escobar.
Thor bringing the hammer.
Beyonce just called. She's jealous with that flow. Maybe not that.
2 out, nobody on. Number 2 hitter is Zobrist in the lineup for the Royals. Ball 1.
The one thing he's been able to do is establish that first pitch strike, and it's opening the zone with all his other pitches. Now he's falling behind 1-0.
2-0.
as a hitter, to be able to center on one pitch, it slows the ball down for you regardless of how hard a guy may be throwing. When you get behind an account, that all changes.
That's in the air to right center field in the gap. Granderson is there to end the top of the fifth. Straight. There he is leading off the fifth with Murphy and Cespedes to follow against Luke Hochevar. Strike one on this hard throwing right-hander. He was a big part of the bullpen 2 years ago. Had to recover from Tommy John surgery last year. Was not in on the pennant-winning fund for the Royals, but he's a big part of their success this year. Strike two.
And that cutter is his best pitch, his favorite pitch. And I'll tell you, Joe, it's gotten better and better as he's gotten farther away from Tommy John's surgery. The second half of the season, he's really been locked in.
Got him looking on 3 pitches, 1 down.
How about the depth of this bullpen? You can bring Duffy in. Hey, let me get 2 left-handers out. That's it. A guy that's been a starting pitcher for the full season and be able to go and pull a guy like Hochevar out that can carry you some distance. It's a deep pen.
And that's really the big difference from a year ago is the depth. They don't have Greg Holland, their closer. They had that great threesome of Herrera, Davis, and Holland. Now they have Herrera and Davis left with more around them, including Madsen, Hochevar, Duffy. Ball one on Daniel Murphy. That's a dangerous foul ball. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let me explain a little bit of Daniel Murphy's approach and what Kevin Long has brought. See the 7 balls right here. The 7 be the first one out, 1 closest to you. And what he tries to do is look at the balls. And so now instead of focusing on, I want a ball middle in or middle out, you pick a specific ball. That's how fine that he tries to look for a certain specific pitch. You wonder why the power came? When you get that specific on what you're looking for, you're going to drive some balls.
Fooled here by Hochevar, strike 2.
Kevin Long brought that over with him from the Yankees, and it's been a philosophy that's working not only for him but for everybody. It's just a way to identify. So during batting practice, you'll hear him say, hey, was that a 3 ball? Was it a 4 ball? Was it a 2 ball? And really crystallize his swing.
That's off the plate. Hochevar makes the stop in the throw. 2 out. And with the bases empty, 2 out, Cespedes is coming up. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by MasterCard. Join MasterCard and stand up to cancer for a priceless cause. We'll have that powerful moment here at Citi Field here in just a minute. As we play here in the 5th, Syndergaard is settled in. He's retired 10 straight. He and the Mets lead by 2. Down 2 games to nothing. Here's Cespedes, who's now 1 for 12 in this World Series.
The Royals have done a great job pitching Cespedes. First 2 games, he saw only 13 pitches in the strike zone. He's getting himself out.
Cespedes and Murphy both. If you thought you said the Mets are going to have 5 runs and those guys are going to do nothing, you'd have thought, no way.
A 1-0. That was one that Cespedes would like to have back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got a pitch there. Now, let's say that shoulder, remember at the end of the NLCS, complained about the shoulder, came out of the game, is perfectly fine. And he's not going to change his approach. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to take big swings like this, especially 2 outs and bases empty. Just don't make a mistake. Inner half down.
And nothing's never perfectly fine when you're getting cortisone shots. You're trying to figure out how to get on the field. They can tell you that, but I just don't believe it.
Got that last Thursday. Skipped the Friday workout before the start of the World Series. Was involved on Saturday. Had to bow out of Game 4 of the NLCS, and he is on with 2 out here in the 5th. That is no small hit with the left-handed power of Lucas Duda coming up.
I love how he came out of the box. From up here, I thought he was going to challenge to go to second. Watch how he busts coming out of the box right here. And that puts so much pressure, and it may not happen right now, but it goes in the memory bank for later in the series that he will challenge you, and that puts pressure again on the outfielders.
And I wonder if he wants to stay put with Duda up at first base, because Hochevar, the Mets had him at 1.7. David Wright tried to run on him because he's so slow to the plate, was thrown out in Game 1.
Trickles away and Cespedes stays put.
I think you got to go because it doesn't change anything. They still have a shift on. Normally with a left-handed hitter, you're giving him that hole between first and second base, hoping he might hit a ball through it and you end up first and third. But where Zobrist is standing, it doesn't change the defensive alignment. So you look where Moustakas is at. You're going to force Escobar to take a throw. I'm running. I'm going to get in scoring position, and they're not going to defend a throw.
I'm just thinking of Duda taking a swing on Hochevar rather than Darno, the right-hander, on deck.
Duda tied up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nasty cutter.
He looks like he's tough to pick up. Hides the ball a long time.
That would be ball number 0 for Kevin Long. Off the plate, in.
Duda 1 for 2 tonight, 5 for 11 in this World Series. But no long ball yet. That's toward the corner, foul. Strike 2.
You know, Tom, in Kansas City, you were saying it's a perfect pitch by the pitcher when a guy pulled a ball foul like that. That's another example right there. This is a perfect pitch by Hochevar. There's nothing Duda can do with this ball, not to keep it fair anyway. Look at the run on this. He's so far out in front, the timing's off, that he's not going to keep this ball fair the minute he makes contact. Look where he's making contact at. That ball's not going to stay fair. No way.
Very difficult to keep that pitch fair. Very few guys really have to pull the hands all the way in and try not to get the hook spin when you hit it so far out in front.
Now you got him set up for 2 or 3 different ways to get him out when you get a hitter protecting that cutter that much.
That's a throw over to first right here. Just to see if Cespedes would give anything away. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Good base running situation.
Another throw over.
He doesn't look runnerish over there.
No.
Hands on the knees, unless it's a very good deke.
Well, the reason they're anticipating it is for that simple reason. You're probably not going to come back and intentionally walk him when you got 2 strikes. This is a slide step, speed it up, little cutter here coming at him now.
Got him looking. And a good first inning of work for Hochevar. It's a 5-3 game after 5 innings here at Citi Field.
The fastball, you see Kane there, not on balance, just off the plate. Multiple options right here.
That caught Darno, the catcher.
You can see how you keep a hitter out of a fastball count, how that changes everything. They get in a fastball count, I don't care how hard you throw, you can't sneak the cheese by the rat in the big leagues. You live off fastballs.
Here comes a 1-2 from the kid. Tied him up. One away. Strikeout number 5. Alex Rodriguez is now a part of the Fox family. Alex, you're watching from out in the outfield. What are you seeing from this 23-year-old right-hander?
Well, I'm seeing that he made a really nice adjustment, him and Travis. You know, he gave up 4 hits in the second inning and all in the same pitch. Fastballs in. It seems like he's spraying the ball all over all 4 quadrants and is making it much more difficult than the Royals hitter.
First pitch misses upstairs to Eric Hosmer.
Hey, Alex, take us inside the mindset in a dugout. You're the Royals. Are you aware of the in-game adjustment?
It seems so, because he's gotten a lot of easy outs with some hanging sliders. So that tells me that the Royals are very aggressive and looking for the ball in. But Harold, when someone throws as hard as Noah, and his average fastball tonight has been 99, he should never miss down under the strike zone with a fastball. All his misses should be up, 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 up.
Totally agree, because anytime you get a fastball up, for people that are watching at home, it looks like it's in your eyes, it's enticing, but the ball's by you. A ball down gives your eye leverage, able to lever that ball a little bit better.
Here's a 2-1. 3 balls and a strike on Hosmer, trying to get on with 1 out in the 6th.
Alex, I got to ask you about, we've seen the 2-seamer at 98 and 99 with run, and the difficulty for a hitter on that pitch.
Yeah, it is a little bit like Mariano Rivera. There's 3 different type of fastballs, and when he runs a 2-seamer in on the righties, and then you throw the fastball away straight, it is extremely difficult for the hitter to be on both. And then when you use the upper quadrant and you throw the fastball up, there's a tremendous residual when you throw the breaking balls down. It drives the hitter crazy.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Syndergaard. Good swing by Hosmer.
And that's what you're talking about right there, Alex. That ball's down. If he gets it up, I think he throws it by people, even when you know that fastball's coming.
Harold, when his average fastball tonight is 99 miles per hour. When he throws it up, it acts like 104. When he throws it below the zone, it acts like 92.
That's now 12 straight and back-to-back strikeouts as Syndergaard is taking over.
Well, Alex called it. I mean, there's just too many pitches to cover. You have to honor 98, and then you get the slider with the downward action. Just too many speeds and quadrants to cover while protecting 98, 99.
You got a nickname early on, A-Rod. That's because Alex Rodriguez shortened the nickname for Thor. Have you seen a name more fitting than a guy looking like the character?
You know, Harold, my strength is not nickname, so I'm going to leave that one alone.
1 ball, 1 strike on Moustakas, who goes by the nickname of Moose.
I love the characters, though, man. People dress up for that. It's so colorful for the game. I love it.
That's up the middle. Diving stop. Murphy has no play. And a base hit to break up that streak of 12 straight. Retired by Syndergaard.
You know, Joe. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You know, Noah's, he's a thoroughbred. You know, he squats over 500 pounds, and that transfers when you're facing a guy like that. Why? Because when he throws his fastball at 98 or 99, it has real life, but it also affects your secondary pitches. When you're able to spin the ball with that type of torque and revolution, it makes it really hard as a hitter to pick up that slider.
They're trying to do that right now is Salvador Perez, who took low ball 1. Salvador 1 for 2 tonight. He's hit 4 home runs this postseason.
That's the two-seamer into righties Alex was talking about. Nice job by Perez to stay off it.
Here comes a 2-0 pitch from Syndergaard. Alex, you want to keep going or you want to go get one?
Well, to Tom's point, that sinker in, there's a perfect example. You throw a 2-0 fastball middle away, and he's just not quite on it. But there's the residual from coming in, going away, going on top. It drives a hitter absolutely crazy.
So Aaron wants to keep going. Here comes a 2-1 pitch, 1 on, 2 out. Doesn't get the corner, 3-1.
Hey, Alex, as a hitter, right there you lay off a tough pitch. Instead of being 2-2, you find yourself 3-1. How's that change your at bat for those at home?
It changes it tremendously, Harold, but he still threw that 1-0 sinker, so you still don't know exactly where he's going to throw the ball.
He walks him, and it's 2 on with 2 out. The tying runs are on with Alex Gordon coming up.
The first time in a long time they got Syndergaard into the stretch. You saw the command lost a little bit. Dan Worthen tried to get his man back on point.
Alex, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let me check back in with Alex later. And now with 2 on, 2 out, after the first walk handed out by Syndergaard tonight, the batter will be Alex Gordon. Dan Worthen out to talk. And everybody is in on the meeting. Fox NFL Sunday, that is coming up, and here are the games. It's a doubleheader. Actually, a triple header if you add on top the Lions and the Chiefs from 9:30 Eastern from London. And then typical doubleheader action there. The game's early. The big one late. America's game of the week, the Seahawks and the Cowboys. Dallas has lost 4 straight. The Seahawks seem like they're putting it back together.
You're not doing the game in London, you're coming back.
Here's Bartolo Colon getting loose. What an opportunity here for Kansas City. 2 on, 2 out. Alex Gordon up. Ball 1 down and away.
Well, the 5th and 6th innings are always the most critical, because you have to make that decision that they just had to make right here. Do we go get our pitcher or do you not? And in a National League game, the whole double switch thing plays into it as well.
2 men aboard, 2 out. Breaking ball does not find the strike zone. It's 2-0.
Third time around the lineup, and in this case, walking Perez, that's hard to do. A very aggressive hitter. Indication of concern, Terry Collins.
Pitch number 98 for Noah Syndergaard. A check swing, he went 2-1. Gordon tried to hold up, could not.
So that is a great pitch. 2-0, and he goes to the curveball. Clearly fooling Gordon, not expecting that. Trying to get out front for the heater.
Nice joins Cologne. With the focus on Alex Gordon. Two and two. Full count, the runners will go.
Power versus power right here. that man lurking.
What a test right here for Syndergaard. Pitch number 101. What's left in the tank?
Three-two pitch. That's down the left field line into the corner. It is foul.
Well, you see the effect of the wind right there. That ball took off. That ball started to be fair, and I thought it was going to be an easy out for Conforto, and it just continued to run to the corner.
And what was left in the tank? Just 98.
Saying wind is 14 miles an hour tonight with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Another 3-2 pitch. Bases loaded. Back-to-back walks after the 2-out hit by Moustakas. Terry Collins, will he go one more with Syndergaard?
Gutsy decision right here. I know the velocity's there, but not locating like he was earlier. Rios has had some good swings already tonight.
That first time up, he jumped on a first pitch fastball.
A lot of confidence in the young man here.
Strike one. And no first pitch fastball this time.
Terry Collins telling us Syndergaard over 100 pitches, better than anything I've got in the bullpen for this spot.
Flores makes a play, and the inning is over. Just got it to first in time and into the bottom of the 6th inning in game number 3. Syndergaard and the Mets lead by 2. Perfect inning. Actually gave up that hit to Cespedes, then got Duda. 1 strikeout, no runs. And here is Franklin Morales taking over for Kansas City in the 6th.
Now that at bat, getting Rios beyond clutch by Syndergaard. And don't forget, we just watched Harvey and DeGrom pitch in Kansas City, and some questions about fatigue and all the innings they've pitched. Well, that guy's the youngest of the Fab Four and the most beyond his previous pro high in innings. And he's out there executing a pitch over 100 pitches. Never pitched the 6th month before, and now he's in his 7th month. I don't call him Thor for nothing.
Well, what it did is it set up their bullpen in the rotation that Terry wanted to get to. You go to Reed, you got Clippard, and then you go to your closer. That little bit right there really preserved them moving forward.
Good swing by Darno. The count stays 1-2. Travis with a double to help set up the run-scoring infield hit for Conforto in the 4th that made it 5-3. It's still 5-3. Lagares on deck. Conforto the scheduled hitter, but they'll go to Lagares because he'll take over defensively anyway with the lead in the 7th. Get a right-handed hitter against a left-hander Morales. Two and 2.
We've seen some effective pitching tonight. We didn't see in Kansas City. Pitchers making hitters move. You don't have to knock them down at the head, but move their feet. Get them from being so comfortable. Get them off your pitches from both sides.
Here's a 2-2. Escobar, ball comes up for him. 1 out. Batter will be Lagares. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by T-Mobile. Ditch your carrier and switch to the uncarrier. By Taco Bell, steal a base, steal a breakfast, live Moss. And by Chevrolet, find new roads. On this windy night, aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV, now part of the AT&T family. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Ned Yost is always concerned at the start of a 3-game stretch. 3 straight games. He's not going to wear out guys in his bullpen. Here's Lagares with a base hit in the left. On with 1 out in the 6th inning. So it's gone Duffy, Hochevar, now Morales, 1 on, 1 out.
Tell you watch guys grow and develop within a season, and particularly in a series with Lagares. Now, 1 at bat off Herrera in Kansas City has changed his whole fortune. No surprise he's being aggressive, getting a base hit, but the bat speed seems to be back. It's just it looks like a different player all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Batter now is Flores with Rania Uribe on deck. Juan was not available or active in the NLCS. He hasn't had an at-bat in over a month. But right now it's the number 8 hitter Flores who's 0 for 2. Good pick by Perez.
Kid is ready to throw off that pitch. We show him so often getting hit by pitches, but how about this scoop and ready to come up gunning? Add another one this year to that total.
Here's a 1-0. Popped up. Foul ball. Where's the wind going to take it? Out of play.
And how do you feel if you're Franklin Morales? You know, he's got the 2-seamer and 4-seamer at 92, 93, the cutter. Well, that's pretty impressive, right? That makes him the softest thrower out of that Kansas City bullpen. All of a sudden, 92, 93 looks hittable. With the heat that comes out of that bullpen.
Another nice piece to the puzzle added by Dayton Moore.
There was so much talk about how evenly matched these clubs were, and I think part of it has to do with the bench. When you can bring Juan Uribe off your bench and you still have the depth that you have, the Mets have on their bench, I think that equals it out in a National League game, more so than an American League game.
Good swing by Flores, strike 2.
Wilmer Flores and Daniel Murphy, 2 of the best on this Mets lineup as far as making contact. Tough to put this guy away.
And will put him at first base. Hit by pitch. Here comes Dave Island, 2 on, 1 out.
And Morales is a rare left-hander who sets up on the third base side of the rubber and loves to run the ball in on right-handers with that cutter. Oh, too far in this time.
So they meet on the mound as Juan Uribe, who's coming back from a chest contusion, digs his way into the batter's box, picked up from Atlanta. They come to New York. You see celebs. There's John Leguizamo or Kevin James. Dennis Miller is here. Showed you Chris Rock and Jerry Seinfeld earlier. Kelvin Herrera is getting loose, but right now it's Juan Uribe with the left-handed hitting Granderson next.
Boy, Uribe came over here. He was on fire. Hasn't played in a while, but he really lifted the Mets in those moves they were making. Johnson, Uribe, just strengthened the bench.
A guy who's won 2 rings for the White Sox in 2005 and with the Giants in 2010. And here he is with the Mets in 2015. Every 5 years.
His leadership is so important too. Particularly to watch Flores settle in. He's been a big part of that. Flores really struggled defensively at the beginning of the season. Uribe came over. He's been a shortstop who's won a world championship. Got him to settle down, take one play at a time, and be able to speak with him about that.
Another big reason they wanted him on this roster. He hits velocity very well. They were thinking more about Herrera, Davis late in the game. Now he gets a chance against Morales mid-game.
You see Morales trying to get that ground ball out of him. We saw earlier the cutters in. He's trying to get a ground ball, throwing a little bit of a sink now.
Two and one.
The longer this at-bat goes on, I think the more it favors Uribe, the more he can see in time.
Went around, strike 2. So he hasn't had a major league at bat since the 3rd week of September, and right back onto the active roster and in a spot to add to a 5-3 lead with his team down 2-0. That's into right, a base hit. They will bring the runner. Throw by Rios. Another run delivered by Uribe. 6-3.
Trying to get him outside, and that's just a hanging curveball. A lot of time to wait on this pitch. You see he kept his hands back. Just a professional hitter on the 5th pitch with a huge base hit.
Yeah, it's almost a gimme, a gift for a guy who hasn't had that bat in a long time. Thank you for throwing me something 70 miles an hour here. I can see.
Here's Granderson now, 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Mets lead by 3.
Uribe is one of those guys, you could wake him up from a nap in the middle of winter and he'd get a hit. That swing plays.
2-0. Good pitch from Morales. The 2 pinch hitters have delivered in this inning. Lagares, a 1-out single, and he scored on that base hit to right by that man Uribe. 2-2 on Granderson.
Yeah, Flores is running down the line like he's coming home. I don't like that with a left-handed hitter, and I really think that took the sight of Granderson off a pitch. He's sitting in a 2-1 count. And just out of the corner of your eye, you catch that runner running down. It's enough to take you off that pitch. Here he comes sprinting down the line on Granderson. Right there, that freezes you as a hitter.
I especially don't like it. A left-handed pitcher. His back is to the runner.
That's back to Morales. He is locked up and throws it to Zobrist off the bag. And the the bases are loaded, 1 out. He had no idea where to go with it.
Well, that's one of those you try to tell yourself before the ball's hit what you're going to do. He thought about 2, then I think you realize, hold it, Granderson's running. I don't want to give up a run. If he goes to second, they're not turning 2. Then he had nowhere to go, and he just threw it away.
That's a brain cramp. Man, this is a double play ball if he turns right away.
And now the bases are loaded with only 1 out. And that's going to be a double switch for Kansas City. With the number 9 spot to lead off in the 7th inning. How big will the lead be for New York? Orlando will enter. Rios is out. Here comes Herrera to pitch for the Royals as the Mets enjoy a 6-3 Game 3 lead.
It's going to carry, and that's what happened with David Wright. Able to turn that fastball around.
Bases loaded for David Wright. One out. Herrera brings it. That is in the center. 1 run scores. Here comes your rebound. No throw. Granderson caught off the bag, but safe. And it's a 3. Big night for David Wright.
This is what I like about a postseason series. Remember Herrera back in Kansas City? They got a good look at it. Had good swings off it. Now you come back again, you're a little more comfortable the next time you see a guy. That's what's great about a series, how guys react in and out.
And the adjustments, Harold, I mean, they came in Kansas City thinking we can beat David Wright with velocity. They did early. But tonight you've seen the adjustments with David Wright jumping on high velocity fastballs, upper 90s early in counts.
Strike 2.
They've gotten Herrera off the fastball. That is his strength. High 90s, maybe 100. We're seeing changeups and sliders that we saw in Kansas City and here now because they've hit that fastball.
Murphy checked his swing. In the double switch, Paulo Orlando took over in right. Rios came out, as we said, so the pitcher is batting the number 8 spot. Orlando will lead off in the 7th inning in what is now a 5-run game.
Another curveball.
David Wright is the first Met to have a 4 RBI game since Rusty Staub drove in 5 in Game 4 in 1973 against Oakland.
With his high socks, pulled all the pants, pulled all the way up to the knee.
Here's a 2-2. Full count.
It's just so impressive watching Daniel Murphy work. Never off balance.
Give you our Geico in-game box score. 6 of the 8 runs have been driven in by the top 2 guys. Guy at the plate now, Daniel Murphy, hitless tonight. Wilmer Flores was hit by a pitch in this 3-run sixth. Runners are going on ball 4 low.
I like the idea. You know Murphy's going to put the ball in play if it's a strike. He fouled off the slider, so now he knows he's going to get a fastball. He ends up taking it for a ball, but I really like the aggressiveness of the Mets. You don't usually hear that, but they've been doing a lot of that in the postseason.
Yeah, this was just a team, Tom, that didn't run during the regular season. They were dead last in the National League in stolen bases, and that's even been a part of their attack here in October.
Much more aggressive in the postseason. Something to look forward to with this at bat right here. You want to throw Cespedes high fastballs. He knows it. What a matchup.
Right here.
Strike one from Herrera.
The more looks you get at that bullpen, advantage hitter.
That was the 2-seamer. See, now it's the 4-seamer up.
Good block by Perez, ball 1.
You know, Joe, we've talked so much about how much the Met pitchers are surprised how that fastball's been hit. In 2 seasons now, watching Herrera pitch full seasons and in the postseason, I've never seen guys on his fastball like we've watched right now. He's got to be a little shell-shocked himself.
Fly ball in the left. He didn't get all of it. There is Gordon. Tagging is Granderson. Another run on the board. It's 9-3. Set fly Cespedes. In the inning are charged to Franklin Morales.
That comebacker was a big play. I don't think he gets a double play if he goes to second because Granderson runs so well, but he's got to get an out.
Initially, they said it was a fielder's choice E1 on that ball hit by Granderson you're talking about. Now the scorer took the error away from Morales. Just a fielder's choice. All the runs are earned in the inning. As Duda takes ball 1 outside.
Yeah, I guess he didn't really throw the ball away. So, yeah, I understand that.
Ninth man to bat in the inning is Lucas Duda.
Well, let's go back to that play. He knows his first and third. You got Curtis Granderson hitting, so he's going to be able to run. He starts to go to second, and then he realizes, I don't want to give up that run at home, and he just got himself caught in the middle. Once he spun, he probably should have just went to first and maybe try to get an out of it and salvage it, but he didn't get anything.
I still think he had to. I know Granderson runs well. One hop back to the mound. At least give yourself a shot at making the play. The 2 outs get you off the field.
1 ball, 1 strike on Duda. Good pitch down and in. Into the hands of Lucas. Strike 2. The Mets with 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 4 in the sixth. Got him on the outside corner, and the long half inning is over. The Mets down 2 games to nothing have gone to work tonight behind Syndergaard, who's out. Coming up, Ventura on the other side couldn't get through 4. Syndergaard 6 innings, 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. And when Noah's night ended, it ended with the bases loaded. They got a ground out off the bat of Alex Rios. Here's Orlando, his first at bat of the night. Strike one from Addison Reed, the new pitcher for the Mets. Defensively, Cespedes moves from center to left, and Lagares, who's won a Gold Glove, is in the game in center. His hit started that rally, a 4-run rally in the 6th. The 0-1 from Reed. Broken bat, pop up from Murphy. 1 out.
I tell you, the stuff on both sides is so electric. I don't remember a game where I've seen this many bats get broke. Now, Mariano Rivera would do this on his own, but for a collective group of guys to shatter bats like we're seeing tonight, it just tells you it's not only the radar gun velocity, but the movement on the pitches that are eating hitters alive.
Here's Escobar. 1 for 3 tonight. Tight little slider from Addison Reed, strike one. That's down, ball one.
It's amazing how sometimes series within a series turn on one pitch. First 2 games, I thought the biggest pitch was the pitch from Familia that Alex Gordon hit for a game-tying home run in the 9th inning. And tonight, for me, Noah Syndergaard. 65 2/3 innings beyond his previous career high to get that last out of the 6th inning. Over 100 pitches.
There's a 1-2. Addison Reed was picked up on the 30th of August from Arizona. Obviously not the big acquisition that Sandy Alderson made for the Mets in season. That belongs to Cespedes and the deal with Detroit, but this is an important piece nonetheless. The 1-2. Another pop-up. Duda going to get it. And 2 out. Visit the Edward Jones chatting cage on MLB.com to talk face-to-face with your favorite players. All new chats coming in March.
I think the chat I would have is how the game started, because the pitch to Escobar to knock him down on the first pitch of the game, I think that sent a huge message.
Zobrist, ball one.
I mean, if you go back to the 2 games in Kansas City, they were dominated by the Royals from pitch 1. And I thought that kind of sent a message like, we're home, we're not going to be pushed around. This isn't football locker room stuff, but it's a real deal. You get 98 thrown at your head on the first pitch. It's a wake-up call for anybody.
That message was, hello, my name is Thor. You will swing and miss.
He was good tonight, the 23-year-old. That's a strike, 1 and 2.
And he did get 16 swings and misses.
That's been a big story in this series to this point. Started to walk away, and Mike Winters calls him back to the rubber.
About as close a pitch you can throw to not having to call a strike. Mercy.
Good call, though. Darno set up off the plate.
Now a 2-2. Right side. Duda. The flip. Time to stretch. A 1-2-3-7 for the Mets and Addison Reed. Radio City Music Hall in Midtown. We're in Queens where the Mets lead by 6. He was alerted to that fact when he came off the mound and into the clubhouse in Ned Yost's office. We talked to Ned as you look at the pitching matchup for tomorrow, game 4. Ned said he was told that Edinson Volquez will be back with the team tomorrow. Darno is on to start the 7th. He's 2 for 4. Ken Rosenthal, we have more on Volquez.
I do, Joe. Pitching coach Dave Island also spoke with Volquez. Didn't talk about pitching at all. Didn't ask if he was throwing down in the Dominican Republic. But Volquez assured him that he would be back tomorrow and ready to start Game 5.
If there is a Game 5, it's a rematch of Game 1 with Volquez against Harvey. We showed you the 2 pitchers for tomorrow. That's a fascinating matchup to me, with Chris Young, who was so good in Game 1, former Met, against Steven Matz, the young left-hander who was 4-0 in 6 starts. Here is Lagares taking ball 1. Matz will be making only his 9th major league start when he gets the ball tomorrow night in the World Series.
And Joe, that's why I thought the job Syndergaard did to make the adjustment and to give 6 innings was huge, because they do want a full rested bullpen with Matt starting the game. Remember, John Neese was up in the bullpen in the 2nd inning of this game. That's how wobbly it was for Syndergaard early. So for him to get out there and get 18 outs, the way the game started, Matt's tomorrow, 3 days, 3 games in 3 days, huge.
A strike to Lagares, who's really getting good swings. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Ryan Madsen takes over. His numbers this postseason, the home run ball has been his nemesis.
You know, a lot of people have talked about Travis Darno not throwing guys out, but man, he's commanded the game. You look back, even Harvey's mid-game adjustment that he made. I got to give Darno some credit. Just watching him give signs next time he's behind the plate, looking at the hitter, how's he standing up, what's he maybe thinking about. Those are the little adjustments a catcher can make as well.
Here's a 1-2. High fly ball to left. Will send Gordon back on the track for out number 1. 1 on, 1 out. Tonight's telecast sponsored by Verizon. Better matters. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Indeed, how the world works. Wilmer Flores digs in.
Well, Tom, you know, Joe Torre used to talk about Game 3 was the most important game in the series. It just rings so true. I mean, the Mets lose tonight, they're down 3-0.
Pretty much over, right?
You would think. I mean,
maybe not mathematically.
You had the Red Sox miracle. I'll hear about it forever. But you're pretty much done.
1-0 pitch to Flores.
Don't forget, too, you know, they've nicked up Kelvin Herrera. I mean, he's faced 12 batters in this series. The Mets have reached base 6 of those plate appearances.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not the lockdown guy right now that he typically is.
No, not at all. And they are hammering his fastball. And he's got to be shaking his head, because he's a guy that sits there and dominates with his heater all summer long.
2-0 pitch. Flores left side. Moustakas has to wait. They get 1. That's it. 2 out. A couple things have happened in this game tonight. Welcome inside our broadcast booth. I'm Joe. That's Harold. That's Tom. And while you talk about Syndergaard persevering through that tough 2nd inning, David Wright in that number 2 spot in the lineup, the captain for the Mets, he's had a nice night, a 4 RBI night.
Yeah, you know, it's the approach. He made a great adjustment. The first game they pounded him in. He looked like he hadn't seen a fastball in 6 months, which he probably had. And he just has been able to make an adjustment and hammer that fastball. And tonight, paying off early.
I think it means a lot, too, when your star players perform like stars. And as much as he means to this franchise, a little more meaning behind that home run.
Here's Neuenhuis pinch hitting for Addison Reed, who had a quick and easy 7th.
You know, this game flipped real quick to the advantage of the bench being with the Mets. That experience playing a National League game all season long. But you haven't even used Johnson yet. Uribe came in. Lagares is still in, playing good ball. Just that coming off the bench and being put in situations that you're not used to is tough. You look at Mondesi. That's who they had to bring off the bench in Kansas City. First major league at bat.
Here's a 1-1. Ball 2.
We'll see a lot of that in the next couple games in the National League Park.
Uribe was a part of that outburst in the 6th. An RBI base hit to right, a run scored. Probably the most important at bat in that inning. And a guy that wasn't active in the NLCS.
And some people may have wondered why not Morales when Mondesi took that at bat. Well, Morales is a guy Ned Yost would save for a key at bat with runners on later in the game, not to lead off an inning.
3-1 pitch. Full count.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with the decision to use Mondesi right there. And if he gets on, he's going to do some things for you. And honestly, I'd like to make my big league appearance as a hitter instead of being in the field.
Strikeout ends the inning as Madsen gets through the 7th. We go to the 8th inning of Game 3. 9-3, New York on top. Featured on TV during Game 4. That's tomorrow, the World Series. Watch it on Fox. We're begging you. Leading it off is Lorenzo Cain, strike 1, as Tyler Clippard takes over.
So Syndergaard getting that double, getting out of that inning, set the bullpen up perfectly to get them through the game.
7, 8, 9, all coming in clean inning. No traffic on the bases to clean up. That's the way you want to script it.
One-time Yankee farmhand bounces it in there, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. He really made his name with the Washington Nationals. But if you're Terry Collins with 2 more games to go, at least if the Mets win here tonight, he didn't have to use his main left-hander in the bullpen, Jonathan Neese. Such a big part against the left-handed thump that the Royals throw at you. Ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, that's big. And the other question I have is, the last time we saw Familia, he gave up a home run to tie the game. So do you get him in a little work tonight, even with a 6-run lead, to get him comfortable and get him away from that last thought that he had last when he was on the mound?
Cain was swinging from his heels, but he pops it up. Flores, 1 out. We know Game 4 is tomorrow night. Game 5 if necessary, and it would become necessary if the Mets win this game or don't win tonight and win tomorrow. That's 8 o'clock Eastern on Sunday night after a Fox NFL Sunday tripleheader. And it would be a travel day if there's a Game 6, and 6 and 7 would be, again, if necessary, Tuesday and Wednesday in KC. Here's Hosmer. In the air to center, didn't get it all. Lagares. 2 out. What's up, Ken?
Joe, it's interesting. Before the game, we asked Terry Collins about possibly changing his lineup, maybe even dropping David Wright from the number 2 spot. He said, no, I'm not going to panic. When the manager panics, everyone panics. And I thought it was a really interesting observation by a guy who has managed really well in this city, where little things can become big things very quickly. He's done a great job of quelling all that, keeping things on an even keel.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, especially when this team was undermanned. The payroll wasn't there. The talent level wasn't there. Everybody was picking apart everything he did. But he was strapped. Here's Moustakas, takes a strike from Clippard.
Let me tell you where Terry Collins was 6 years ago. He was managing the Duluth Huskies. Independent baseball on no salary, just expenses. Doing a favor for a buddy out of Major League organized baseball. The Mets brought him back the next year as their minor league coordinator. The year after that, the job opened, the manager's job. Terry Collins, on his 3rd managing job, finds himself for the first time in the World Series.
They picked the right guy. They picked the development guy for a young team, and it's paid off. The 2 out, nobody on. Moustakas takes strike 2.
Yeah, you talk about a different Terry Collins. He was a fiery, in-your-face guy in his early days. Has mellowed out and has put all that in perspective.
Experience matters. You can say the same about Ned Yost as well.
Terry Collins first got a shot to manage in the big leagues, 94 to 96 in Houston. Then went to the Angels, 97 to 99. His good friend Jim Leland is here. He was a part of Jim Leland's staff, and it's why if he ever took the jacket off, you'd see he's wearing number 10 in Jim Leland's honor. There's a 2-2.
When you wait as long as Terry has, and you've had all the experiences he has, you don't forget where you came from. And your players sense that as well. You talk about not panicking by changing the lineup. Don't panic by changing who you are either.
Terry's the oldest manager in Major League Baseball. Tom Coughlin is the oldest head coach in the NFL. And the two have a mutual admiration society going. They've been texting. Tom's 69.
Those old guys can text.
Terry's 66, and they've been texting and calling each other, rooting each other on. The Giants are in first in the NFC East, and the Mets are in the World Series. Good at bat here by Moustakas.
It's the world coming to. They start doing a little Instagram and Twitter, we'll be in trouble. Jump on board, Joe.
He's like Tom, you know, he's maybe the oldest doing it in Major League Baseball, but he is full of energy and just a joy to be around. These players love playing for him. 2-2 pitch. Broken bat, pop up, and it's Clipper. Pitchers can catch pop-ups. Tweet it. It's true. Bottom of the 8th inning rolls in Game 3. Mets coming up. Leading by 6. This game absolutely beloved the New Yorker. And he must have had one of the coolest moments of his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame life just a moment ago. First pitch is up and away to Curtis Granderson as they played Piano Man here at Citi Field. To be the guy that thought of those lyrics and recorded that song is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and hear an entire stadium here cheering on the Mets, seemingly know every word and sing along. It was cool.
Really was.
1-1 pitch to Granderson. Ball 2.
I'll tell you what, this is a beautiful ballpark too, man. Talk about passionate fans. You come across Met fans, they're like diehards. They've been waiting so long for things to happen.
That is knocked down somehow, and the out at first as Medlin takes care of Granderson, able to defend himself.
Third baseman,
On a cold night, any night you don't want a ball coming back at you, but on a night like tonight, when people are wrapped up looking like that, that ball hurts. It's real time for you. Woo! Cat quick reactions, though. Enough of the glove to slow it down just a little bit.
Scoreless inning put up by Madsen. Now it's Medlin. And the guy left out there for Kansas City is Wade Davis. So they've seen them all. And this is, again, Game 1 of what the Mets hope will be 3 straight games. Hitting the strikeout on the record of Madsen.
Yeah, I think Ned Yost did a good job carving up these innings here with his bullpen. Nobody really got extended with high pitch counts.
2 out. Here's that moment for Billy Joel in Citi Field. The count on Daniel Murphy.
Well, good luck getting a ticket to a Billy Joel concert anyway. So you're better off coming to the Met game tonight, because that man sells out stadiums like nobody's business.
He is an American treasure, Billy Joel, and a New Yorker through and through.
And the line that resonates, the manager gives me a smile. Think about Terry Collins and a young starting pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. Not yet. You get the smile after the game.
Well, this has been total domination for the Mets. It started off tough, but once they got that lead, man, they poured it on. They played a beautiful game.
In years past in this business, the lyric that would resonate would be, "The microphone smells like a beer." This industry's changed. There's a 3-2 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. Foul. Straight back.
Isn't that the truth?
Nice face from Murph there.
He's still wondering where was that?
Exactly.
Was that a 3-ball or a 2-ball?
He will never give up an at-bat, never give up a single pitch.
And he is still hitless tonight. Game 3, a lot of action. On the field, in the seats, on the PA system, 9-3 after January on Fox. And typically when Jeurys Familia comes into the game, it's farewell opposition. He is in there to get an inning under his belt, as you said, Harold, to get the taste out of his mouth of the blown save in game 1.
Yeah, I think this is a critical move by Terry Collins. If you're going to win the series, it's going to be this guy having to close games out for you at the end. He's got to have his confidence high. I think it's a very important move right now to give him some good thoughts as he leaves this ballpark tonight.
Salvador Perez first up, then Gordon in the pitcher spot. 9-3 game. And just in case anything starts to brew and they don't have to wear out Familia, there is more action for the Mets out in their pen. As the right-hander Robles gets loose. They want to get him work, but they don't want to wear him out. 1-1.
Honestly, I wouldn't have a problem if he just threw this hitter and said that's it.
Here's tomorrow night's starter, Chris Young, taking on the kid. 36-year-old Chris Young, 24-year-old Steven Matz. A 1-2. Up the middle. Flores, what a play, 1 out. How about that range by the young shortstop?
We're watching a guy come of age right in front of our eyes. He's made some nice plays this series. And Tom, I remember you saying he wasn't known for the range. He's shown us some plays, huh, already?
He really has. It was the scouting report coming in that Kansas City at the bigger edge, much bigger edge, range, middle infield, but especially to his left, he has been showing tremendous range.
Here's Alex Gordon, 1 out, nobody on. Pumped home from Familia.
And that's a big play, because what you said, Joe, is so important. That Royals here obviously still trying to win the game, but they want to try to extend Familia to affect the game tomorrow. Get him over 20, 25 pitches.
Here's pitch number 6. Strike 1.
Plus, the more you move the line, the more guys see him. The guy in the on-deck circle is the one guy I really wouldn't want him to face tonight.
That's why you could make the case that you could pull him after this batter up by 6. Gordon, strike 2.
Because don't you know it's going to come down to those two in a confrontation in a National League ballpark. They're going to Morales against Familia late in the game. So save it.
I'm not too worried when that guy's got his good stuff. No matter how many times you've seen hard sinker and the 93-mile-an-hour split.
2-2. As we said in game 1, Henry Mejia was supposed to be the closer, suspended twice for PED use. Familia took over. Was brilliant. He gets Gordon swinging, 2 down.
The ball gets on you in a hurry. You know, the radar gun reading can be one thing, but the guy's delivery and his motion tells a hitter a lot. He hides the ball and then it just pops on you.
And how about the movement? You saw Gordon look back. I'd be surprised if he asked the umpire, was that ball round or was it out of round? That ball moved a lot.
Here's Morales, pinch hitting. Scoreless, strong frame put up by Chris Medlin. 2 strikeouts.
I'll be watching this for a while here as we go through this series. I don't know. I wouldn't have let him see him. I'm big on what I see. I'm going to remember. It's a memory bank game.
Morales can handle a fastball. David Wright fitting that he would make the last play. And the Mets are on the board in the series as they win game 3, 9-3 behind Syndergaard. A 4 RBI night for David Wright.
Night of superheroes. Thor and Captain America got it done for the Mets.
3-hour, 22-minute game. Syndergaard the winner, Ventura the loser. Big night for Granderson as well.
Tom up there calling for the Avengers.
3-7-0 Kansas City, 9-12-0 for the Mets. Kansas City up 2-1. We look ahead to tomorrow night in that matchup of Steven Matz and Chris Young, the number 4 starters.
Well, when you think about it, you're going to switch some guys over to the other side of the plate. Zobrist will be hitting